Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. For this video, I'm going to showcase one more LoveCup team, which is going to be Medicham Double Fire. So this team is actually a typical LoveCup ABB team style lineup with Medicham in the lead and double fire in the back, that is being Incinerate Magcargo and legacy move of Incinerate for Talonflame as well. So this team is basically is to handle the double fairy or the double poison types that are lurking in the meta for this LoveCup. And this team does have a good matchup against those charmers and poison type, but if you are facing actually a double water lineup, that is not very relevant in this meta, because I haven't faced a single double water lineup in this LoveCup. But in that matchup with double water, it will be a really tough situation for this team to handle. So this team have got a lead of Medicham because it can handle water and rock typing, which my backline doesn't want to face, because it will be taking super active damage from those water and rocks. So that's the reason I am using Medicham in the lead and a double fire in the backline. So this team strategy, with this team strategy, in case of lead losses, I'll be directly safe swapping into my one of the fire counters, that is maybe Magcargo, maybe Talonflame, depending on the lead. Like if I am met with a Electrode lead, so I'll make sure that my Talonflame doesn't want to face that Electrode because of the partial flying typing onto that Talonflame, which will take super good damage from electric as well. So that's the all about this team. And this team worked out pretty well for me, because in the first two sets I went 4-1 and then 4-1 for with this team. So it ended up pretty great for me. So that's basically the lineup. And for the rating, this team have got a rating of ABCC, and which is a great thing, because you have a whole lot of coverage in the meta. Apart from that, bulk is also moderate with B, but consistency and safety is C, because both my back Pokemon is running Incinerate over here, because Incinerate is a 5-turn charge move. So that will maybe sometime will be needing shield advantages in some scenarios. So that's the reason it is actually ABCC. And for threat score, it is actually 553, which is really nice. And for this team that I'm using over here, all my 3 Pokemons are actually pretty highly ranked. My Magcargo and my Talonflame is actually rank 1, which I got hold in the December Mega C Day. And for that Magcargo I got way back. But since Magcargo got viable in the Season 10 with the Incinerate and Rock Tomb updates, so that's why I'm using that in this cup. And for my Medicham, it is actually ranked 1, but if we cap at 51 level, it is actually ranked 2. But it is very much viable for me to use that. Although it is not fully powered up, I believe it is at 48.5 or 48 level, because I don't have enough XLs right now to power that up. But never mind. So that's the team comp and whole lot of the meta that it is covering. So without further ado, let's get straight into the battles and check out how this team performed. So now moving into the first battle with Kiglam. I've got a lead of Scrafty over here, which is really great, because I do have access to counter and power up punch that will deal super active damage and will ramp up my attacks as well, because Pup does have access to buff my attack, which in case I do. So this is going to be a foul play, I believe, which I let it go, because it does neutral over here because of the partial fighting and psychic typing. So after a bit of unfortunate GBL lag, I am not able to tap onto that Pup, which is really not very fortunate. So the next power punches go through from this Scrafty, but now I am able to land one power punch again to get the knockout for the Scrafty and to get the attack boost as well. So they now comes back with a Wigglytuff, which is really tough because I don't want to stay in that matchup. So that's why I really want to thread this Wigglytuff with a safe swap or maybe a swap into my Magcargo over here, because Magcargo does have access to Incinerate and Rock Tomb, which does huge amount of neutral damage from the charged move and a lot of super acute damage with the fast move. So now, since I went for back-to-back Rock Tombs over here, I do get a post shield from my opponent, and now it is in a very safe scenario for me. But now it is a kind of very tough scenario for Talonflame, because it will be facing this Crustle over here, which is actually taking double super active damage with the Smackdown. But since I went for 2 back-to-back Rock Tombs over here, double debuffing my opponent's attack, which is fine. So now I'll be landing 1 Flame Charge, which will be again boosting my attack, and they will be coming back with their own Crustle over here again, and that will land and give me the win for the first battle. So that's a great game for the first battle. GG's to my opponent. Now moving into the next battle, I've got lead of Electrode over here that I was actually talking about in the intro. So I will be staying up in this matchup because I don't want my Talonflame to face this Electrode because of the discharges and the Volt Switch damage. So this is going to be a discharge, which I let it go, and now I'll be going for back-to-back power-up punches over here. So this is going to be one more discharge, which will knock me out from that range, I believe. So that's the reason I'll be putting up my first shield over here and going for the power-up punch now. So this power-up punch is actually boosted, which might get the knockout from that range, which it does. And now they comes back with Ariados over here, which is fine for me. Now from that range, the Ariados went for a cross poison or a lunge. Yeah, it's a cross poison, but I do have to, I do shield over here because I want to get back 1 shield actually from my from the opponent's Ariados with my Medicham. So since I went for the switch, I gave up switch over here with my Magcargo from the Medicham. So that's the reason I'll be going for back-to-back Rock Tombs over here. But this insane guy is actually running Rock Throw onto this Magcargo, which is definitely tough for me to handle this, because my Talonflame will get wrecked by this Rock Throw over here. And now this is going to be I believe a Rock Tomb or a Stone Edge. Yeah, it's a Rock Tomb, which is enough to knock my Medicham out from that range. Now though the Rock Tomb is double debuffed from my Magcargo's Rock Tomb, but it will just knock that Talonflame out of the sky from that range as well. So that's a great game from my opponent. So GG's to that. So moving into the third battle, I've again got a lead of Electrode, which I'll play in a different style than the previous matchup, because it was not a great play in the last battle because I did mess it up. So now unlike the last video, last battle rather, I'll be going for the hard-hitting nuke of Psychic, and I'll be sniping down the Magcargo with my Magcargo, the Electrode. So now they'll be coming back with their own Smackdown user of Crustle, and that's the reason I went for the hard-hitting nuke of Overheat over here, which did get me the shield for the first shield from the opponent, which is really great. Now from that range, I will be coming back with my Medicham, because I don't want to face that Talonflame in that scenario. So after double shielding my Medicham over here, because that Crustle was actually loaded, I'll be swapping back into my Talonflame because they switched into their own Sylveon over here, which is a Charmer. So this Talonflame can easily handle a Charmer over here, and I just landed the first Incinerate, which is really nice. So this will be a Psyshock, which a Talonflame does handle from a great health. So I'll be trying to farm the whole Sylveon down, which I'm able to do so. and now I'll be going for the next flame charge to that Crustle, which will easily knock that out. So that's the reason I'll be getting the final shield from my opponent, which is really nice. So now I'll be coming back with my Medicham and try to get to that one Psychic, which I'm able to do so in a nick of time, and that will be enough to knock that out, that Crustle, from that range of health, and that will be a great game for the third battle as well. So GG's. Moving into the fourth battle, I've got a lead of Magcargo over here, which is now actually running Incinerate, which is really nice. And they switched back into a Charmer, which is really unfortunate for my opponent, because I'll be safe swapping, like I'll be countering that Charmer again with my Magcargo, which is actually running Incinerate and Rock Tomb. So Rock Tomb does have the chance of lowering opponent's defense, beg your pardon, opponent's attack, which is really nice. So I believe this is going to be a Psychic or a Thunderbolt, which it is. It's a Thunderbolt, and I'll be shielding up for myself the first time. So now I'll be going for back-to-back Rock Tombs over here, which will deal a huge lot of damage, neutral damage, and does debuff my opponent as well. But they comes back with the Medicham, which is really nice. And I do get the shield from the first Rock Tomb, and now I'll be going for the hard-hitting new move of Overheat, which I do land for a huge lot of neutral damage, which is really nice. And from that range, I believe I'll be coming back with my Talonflame, because it does have a great matchup of the partial flying typing onto my Talonflame, and they switched again back into their own Magcargo over here. So now for Magcargo, this is going to be one more Rock Tomb, which I do unfortunately shield up because I thought it might be a Overheat. And now I'll be going for the first Power Up Punch over here, which does give me the final shield from my opponent, and I do end up CMP tying, I believe, onto the Overheat over here, which does give me the knockout, which does get me the knockout for my Medicham as well. Now since my Talonflame does have a bit of energy, I'll be going for the nuke move of Brave Bird, which does knock out the Magcargo, and they have just got their Medicham, which does not have any play in that matchup, and that will be a great game for the fourth battle also. So GG's. Moving into the final battle of the first set, I've got a neutral lead of mirror lead rather of Medicham, and I'll be going for the straight Psychic over here, and they swap back into their own grass type, which is really spicy and rare in this meta. So that's the reason I'll be safe swapping into my own Talonflame rather than my Magcargo over here, because Magcargo will be taking actually neutral damage from that grass typing because of the partial rock typing onto my Magcargo. So now after farming the whole Cherem down, I'll be coming back with my own they'll be coming back with their own Medicham over here, and I'll be shielding my first shielding my Talonflame, because it is already at its max energy. So now going for the next flame charge. After boosting up with the first flame charge, I'll be getting both the shields from my opponent, and that was too quick for a Psychic, which ended up being a Power Up Punch, which I can easily survive. Now I'll be going for the hard farm down and getting the simultaneous knockout. And let's see what my opponent does have in the back. So it have got a Talonflame of its own, which is really nice for my Magcargo, because one Rock Tomb will just boom the Talonflame out of the sky, and they went for the hard-hitting, they went for the flame charge right now. And after a bit of slight lag, I'll be tapping onto that Rock Tomb, which will be enough to knock that out from that range, and that will be a great game for the final battle of the first set. So GG's to my opponent. So now moving into the next battle, and that is the first set of the first battle of the second set. I've got a lead of Druddigon over here, which is really spicy and nice, because Druddigon have got access to Dragon Tail, Night Slash and Dragon Claw. So Night Slash is neutral and Dragon Claw is also neutral, but both are low damage charge moves, so it does not hurt the Medicham that much, and Medicham have got a bit of bulk to it, so which is nice. So now from that range, I will be outpacing that Druddigon over here with the next Power Up Punch, which is really nice, and I do get the counter damage through as well, which will be knocking that Druddigon from that range and giving me switch advantage over here. Now they comes back with Ariados over here, which is really fun for me, because now I'll be getting access like going for the next psychic, to which I do get the final first shield from my opponent, which is really nice. Now from that range I have to be a bit tricky over here, because there might be something really that counters my fire type as well. So but they're staying up in the matchup, so that is really nice, because I can easily wrap up my attacks with the incinerate damage, and now they switches back into their own Electrode over here, which is really nice. So coming with the Talonflame was really a great call, because it wouldn't be so much easy for me to come back with the Talonflame onto that Electrode matchup. So now I'll be giving up my first shield with that neutral foul play from that Electrode over here. So now the Electrode will be going for back-to-back foul plays, to which I'll be investing my final shield to it, which is really nice. And now I'll be going for the hard farm, but my friend just recognizes the fate and top lifts the game. So that's the GG's for the first battle of the second set actually. So now moving into the next battle, I've got a great lead over here, but my opponent switches back into their own Galarian Slowbro over here, which is really tough for me, because it have got access to neutral poison and focus blast as well. It is running actually poison jab, sludge bomb and focus blast, and I do perfectly shield the focus blast from that range, which is eventually very much nice. And I do have a lot of energy for my Magcargo over here, which is a great thing. And they are coming back with their own Crustle over here, which is really nice. So now I can go for back-to-back Rock Tombs, which is doing neutral damage because of the bug rock typing over here, and getting the attack debuff as well, which is really nice. So I do get the final shield from my opponent, and they have a Shadow Razor Leaf Vine Plume onto their back, which is really fun for my Talonflame to incinerate down. But before I get to the last incinerate, they'll be going for a Sludge Bomb, which will knock my Talonflame out from that range because of the shadow damage. And now I'll be coming back with my Medicham over here. So I recognized my win con over here, which is my Medicham, because Medicham have got access to Psychic, which is a kind of hard-hitting move for that Crustle. And now I'll be going for the neutral power-up punch actually, because to boost up my attack, and I do hold onto one more shield. So now I'll be shielding this Executor over here and going for the next Psychic, which will knock that Crustle out from that very low HP and give me the win for the second battle of the second set as well. So that's a great thing, and GG's to my opponent. Well played. So hopping into the next battle, I've again got a lead of Electrode. So Electrode is kind of very frequently matched up Pokemon that I'm getting lead in this LoveCup. So in my opinion, Electrode is really nice because of the damage from Volt switches and discharge along with hyper beams and nuke. So now since they went for their own foul play, I'll be going for the next power up punch, which will eventually does more over here. And now I'll be shielding my own Medicham over here and go for the hard farm down. So that was a foul play which should have knocked me out from that range, and that's the reason I'll be shielding up it. And let's see what they have got into their back. So they have got access to a Talonflame, to which I'll be throwing this neutral Psychic, which will hit this Talonflame, and eventually I do get the first shield from my opponent, which is really nice. So now my Magcargo over here does have a great play against this Talonflame, because it do resist both the charge attack of the Talonflame. Actually the flame charge is double resisted, and the Brave Body is also resisted. So now they went for back-to-back flame charges, which will eventually give the boost to the Talonflame as well, doing a bit of extra damage. But now I'll be going for my own Rock Tomb over here, which will just boom the Talonflame out of the sky, and now I'll be going for my next Rock Tomb. And since they comes back with their Scrafty, I will be trying to get the defense drop over here, and that's the reason I don't want them to farm my Magcargo down, because I'm actually taking double super crit damage from the Scrafty's counters. So that's the reason I don't want my opponent to get a hold on to some energy. So that's the reason I'll be safe swapping, not safe swapping, I'll be countering that Scrafty with my Talonflame. So since I have one more shield to hold up to, I'll be shielding that power up punch, which is not fortunate, and now I'll be going for my next flame charge, which is actually boosted, but it never it is not the case, because it will get the knockout from that low Scrafty as well, and that will be a great game for the third battle also. So now moving into the fourth battle of the second set, I have got a lead of neutral Alomomola over here, but it is really tough because I do have to handle this Alomomola with my Medicham, because my backline doesn't want to face this Alomomola. It will be wrecking my Talonflame along with my Magcargo over here. So that's the reason I'll be shielding up this Psychic over here, which will be dealing a lot of neutral damage onto my Medicham. So that's the reason I'll be ramping up on my attacks with it power up punches, and it will do add up onto the Alomomola, bulky Alomomola rather. So now I'll be going for my next power up punch, which will be putting it really low, and a great scenario for me to farm down. So now from that range, the threat from Alomomola is actually neutralized by my Medicham, which is really nice. So now since they came back with their own charm, so I'll be safe swapping into my Talonflame over here, which is really nice. And I believe this is going to be Aromatics, which do have access to Thunderbolt, so I have to keep in mind that. So now since I went for the flame charge, and they actually did a really great swap onto that their own hit mod over here, which is really nice. And I believe hit mod is using power up punch along with thunder punch and fire spin as a fast attack, and that thunder punch will knock me out from that range, which is really really great. Now I'll be coming back with my Magcargo and try to catch one Thunder Punch, I believe, onto my Medicham, which was actually not a great call from my end, because I switched really quick. And let's see what they have got onto their back. So there they have got their own Aromatics onto their backline, which my Magcargo with fire Incinerate can easily handle, because I will be going for the Rock Tomb over here, which will get shielded, but it will give me the attack drop, which in case will help me out to farm the Aromatics down from that range, and that we a win for the fourth battle also. So GG's to my opponent. Great game. So moving into the final battle of the set, so this is going to be again a neutral lead of Electrode over here, and now I think I did the same thing over here. I went for the power up punch. Instead I should be going for the Psychic over here, because Electrode does let the first attack go through. So that's the reason I'll be going for the next power up punch over here once again, which I believe is not the great play, because I have already gave up one matchup using playing in this style, and now they comes back with their own Medicham over here. So this is going to be a power up punch, and to which I believe I'll be holding my HP onto my Medicham and going for the next Psychic over here, which is really great. So this Psychic might land onto that opposing Medicham, which does a lot of neutral damage and put it in its red of health. So now they will be safe swapping again into their own Magcargo, which is actually running Rock Throw, which is not very not very great for me, because both my backline doesn't want to face this Rock Throw Magcargo, because I'm running a double fire lineup. So that's the reason I'll be safe swapping into a Magcargo, because Talonflame doesn't have a great play and does take double sword damage. So I'm not sure how to wrap up this game up, or maybe come back from a neutral bad situation into that game, but I do end up getting both the shields from my opponent and sneak in one more incinerate in that scenario. But since they comes back with their own Medicham over here, I don't have shields left, so I'll be letting the first power up punch go through, which does not deal a bit of damage. So now I'll be going for the hard hitting move of Brave Bird, which is not the great thing, because they have also reset their debuffs from the rock tombs onto their Magcargo, and that will be a great game because they can easily farm me down with their rock throws over here. So that will be a great game for the final battle of the second set. So GG's to my opponent just outplay me. So that's the team comp and that's the battle for this video. So it worked out pretty well for me, and if you guys are liking this team, do let me know how it is performing for you guys. And that's all for this video. And if you are liking the content on this channel, do let me know. Do subscribe to it, like, share and comment, and share with your friends as well. So that's all for this video. See you again in the next one. Till then, peace.